everyone. Welcome back to my class Pinnacle of English. In today's video, we are going to learn a very good lesson from class 10 CBSE English, and the title of the lesson is Glimpses of India. And this lesson includes 3 parts. Number 1 is a baker from Goa, second is school, and third is tea from Assam. This lesson, a baker from Goa, a first part written by Lucio Rodrigues. Let's understand this Glimpses of India first part in depth. Before going to understand the lesson in depth, first of all we have to understand the author. Lucio Rodrigues was born in 1916 and died in 1973. He was a great Konkani essayist. He wrote several articles in English and in Konkani language in various periodicals and magazines. Here periodical means here weekly newspaper, in which this Lucio Rodrigues wrote many essays, many articles in that newspaper. He served as a visiting professor of folklore at many universities and also a professor of English in Mumbai and Goa. His essays were very famous. One of them is of Soil and Soul and Konkani Folktales. Let's understand the mind map of this story. Mind map. The first point is elders nostalgic about Portuguese bread. Here nostalgic means fond of past, expressions of the past. So earlier in the past, Portuguese were living in Goa, and the author's elders were talking about the Portuguese bread. So that is first point. Number 2, baker's arrival. So in this lesson, in this part, how the baker arrives in the street and how does he sell, how does he greet to the people. Number 3, baker's importance on Christmas and other festivals. So in this part, in this point, the author has described the importance of baker, especially on special occasions, just like Christmas festivals, other festivals, for example, marriage ceremonies, even engagement also. Next point, baker's dress. How, when earlier elders were talking about bakers, how was their dressing code? And when author himself became young, there was a slight change in the dress code of baker in Goa. And last and final point is that baking became a profitable profession in Goa. And right now we can see in all towns and cities we can find the bakery shops, and they are earning a lot. So let's understand the introduction of the lesson. A baker from Goa revolves around the relevance of a baker in the Goan culture, which dates back to the time when Portuguese ruled over the city of Goa. So the baker was there in Goa especially. They were revolving around, moving around the entire city, especially in the Goan culture. And when it was time that Portuguese were ruling over the city in Goa, Portuguese may have left, but the bread baking, that making business of bread, still continue to have an inevitable culture. In the story, the author recalls his childhood days and their excitement on seeing the baker. So the author is recalling his childhood in this a baker from Goa, Lucio Rodrigues, and he was having he and even his friends were having excitement on seeing the baker. Even they were so much enthusiastic to the point that they would run to him as soon as they woke up without even brushing their teeth, even without washing their face. Now let's see the summary of this story. The lesson begins with how narrators' elders often recall the time when Goa was under the rule of Portuguese. So the lesson begins with the narrator's elders, and it was their time when Portuguese were there in the city, and they were recalling their past time. Especially Goa was under the rule of the Portuguese. They were talking about how the importance of bakers is still maintained in their villages even after the Portuguese have left. They are known as padders in Goa. Next point, the mixtures, the molders, the shapers of this loaf, and the time-tested furnaces continue to serve the people of Goa and their famous bread loaves. So, no doubt the Portuguese have left this place, but this baking business is still continued. And their furnaces are still on. The flames did not stop. Their flames are not put out. It is still continued. The same business is still continued in Goa. So it is possible that the original ones may not exist, but their profession is being continued by their sons. Original ones, those who started this business, they were not there, but the same profession is continued by their sons. The jingling sound, the third sound of the bamboo stick can still be heard in some parts of the villages. The same jingling third would wake the narrator and his friends during their childhood days, who would go running to him without brushing and washing their mouth properly. So whenever the baker was coming to their street with the jingling sound, the third sound of the stick, bamboo stick, or we can say bamboo staff, the author was waking up by the sound of that bamboo staff, and without brushing their teeth, without washing his mouth, the author runs behind this baker, even his friends also. It was the maid servant of the house who collected the loaves while children sorted out the bread bangles for themselves. So earlier in the past, the bread was in a round shape. Right now in Ahmedabad, Maskaban is very famous. So Maskaban is also in that shape, round shape. And the bread which is used for Maskaban, it is sweet. So the maid servant, the servant of the house, comes out of the house to collect the loaves, and during that time the children were sorting out which is the best bread for themselves. The bakery products have importance in the culture and tradition in Goa. Ball and sweet bread is a part of marriage ceremonies, marriage gifts even. Cakes and bonihas or coconut cookies are eaten at several, or you can say every festival, and even the lady of the house prepares sandwiches at her daughter's engagement. So we can understand that what is the importance of bread. Different states are having different rituals, different religion and different traditions. So in Gujarat especially, whenever the engagement is there, a full menu is there. full dish is done and people enjoy that food. But here in Goa is somewhat different. Bread is must on special occasions. Earlier bakers wore a unique frock of knee length known as kabai. So when Portuguese were there in Goa, during that time, the bakers wore a unique frock reaching till to the knee length, and that is known as kabai. But during the narrator's childhood days, they wore a shirt and trousers of length slightly shorter than the usual ones. So it was little bit short during the childhood days of the narrator. They generally collected their bills at the end of every month. No doubt, twice in a day, morning and evening. So in the morning time, he was going to the streets and sells this bread. But in the evening time, whatever the rest is remaining in the basket, he was selling in the evening time also. So he was greeting to the people when he starts selling the bread to the people. So he was collecting the bill, the amount every month. And they were writing all the accounts at some wall with pencil at their homes. So bakery has continued to be a profitable profession. So those people who are having this bakery business, their value increased. They become joyous and prosperous. And they're managing to keep their families joyous and prosperous. So those people who are having this bakery business, they became very much happy. They became very much joyous and even prosperous. So that we have discussed. Let's discuss the important questions NCERT which are very important for board examinations. What are the elders in Goa nostalgic about? The answer of this question is the elders in Goa. Yes, this is done. Okay. So the answer of this question is the elders in Goa were nostalgic about the good old Portuguese days, the Portuguese and their famous loaves of bread. So the elders were talking about the Portuguese people, and they became very much famous with the loaves of bread. Is bread making still popular in Goa? How do you know? Yes, bread making is still popular in Goa. The author has described about the existence of time, old furnaces and still burning fire. Goan society is still having moulders, bread mixtures and bakers. So in the Goan culture, right, we still having that moulders, shapers of, we can say, bread mixtures even, and even bakers also. So this business is still popular in Goa. Next question. When would the baker come every day? Why did the children run to meet him? The baker came twice every day. Once when he set out in the morning on his selling ground, and then again when he returned after emptying his huge basket. So twice in a day, the baker was coming to sell bread, loaves. The children ran to meet him not because of their love of the loaf, which was bought by the maid servant of the house. They actually longed for the bread bangles which they chose carefully. Sometimes it was a seed bread of special make. So this question is very important. Question number 4. What did the bakers wear? Number 1. In the Portuguese days, Number 2, when the author was young. So in the Portuguese days, the bakers had a popular dress known as kabai. It was a special piece, long frock reaching down to the knees. Question. Answer number 2. When the author was young, he saw the bakers wearing a shirt and trousers, which were shorter than full length ones and longer than half pants. Question number 5. Who invites the comment? He is dressed like a paddle? Why? Anyone who wears a half pant which reaches just below the knees invites the comment that he is dressed like a paddle. This was so because the bakers were known and they wore such half pants. Question number 6. Where were the monthly accounts of the baker recorded? The monthly accounts of the baker were recorded on some wall in pencil. So every month they were collecting the bill from the people's house and they write the details account on some wall in pencil. What does a jackfruit-like appearance mean? Very important question. Jackfruit-like appearance means plump physique, round-shaped belly, and such a physique was linked to the bakers because they never starved. They became happy after doing this business, and this business was really a profitable profession. The baker, his family, and his servants always looked happy and prosperous and had a jackfruit-like appearance. So those people who were doing this business, they were having belly or stomach just like jackfruit. Question number 8. Is bread an important part of Goan life? How do you know this? Bread is an important part of Goan life. Marriage gifts are meaningless without sweet bread known as ball. So they were calling ball especially for marriage gifts, and even for a party bread is must. While Christmas cakes and bolihas are a must. Sandwiches must be prepared by the lady of the house and her daughter's engagement. The author says that everybody loves the fragrance of loaves. Here, fragrance means smell, a sweet smell of loaves. The elders were given loaves, and the children were given bread bangles, which they longed for. Also, the fact that bakery is a profitable profession shows that the love for bread's enormous in Goa. So here we are ending this lesson, Baker from Goa, first part, glimpses of India. You have understood here the mind map, author's introduction, summary, and even NCERT question answers which are really important for board examinations. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.